Well, hello and welcome to the Palau de Sport de Granollers in Spain and the final of the 2021 Women's Handball World Championship. It's Olympic champions France who take on European champions Norway. A mouth-watering encounter to bring to an end the first World Championship to feature 32 teams in the women's competition. Paul Bray here with you for this final. One medal already won, the bronze medal decided earlier, with the Danes spoiling the hosts' party. 35-28 win for Denmark, breaks an 8-year wait for a medal. The teams are ready. These two of the greatest women's handball teams of their generations. France out first. Their best World Championship run ever with 8 wins. They sailed through the group stages. In the quarter-final, Sweden put up a good fight. Were leading by 2 in the second half, but they went on to win, France 31-26. Semi-final, a tough affair against the Danes, who were leading by 4 with 20 minutes to go, but in typical style, France found solutions in defense. Only took the lead with 3 minutes to go, but held on to win 23-22 and go through to their 6th World Championship final. Here come Norway, and they have looked superb. Breezed through their opening group games, but had one misstep as they drew 30-all with Sweden in the main round. But they picked up again and beat defending champions the Netherlands to knock them out of the competition. Quarter-final, they beat the Russian Handball Federation 34-28 and then beat the host Spain 27-21 in the semis. Hand over to the hall announcer to introduce the players. France first.
With the number 1, Laura Glauser. Number 2, Meli Nokandi. 3, Alicia Dubla. With the number 6, Chloe Valentini. Number 7, Alison Biner. With the number 10, Grace Adidiuna. 16, Cleopatra Draglos. Number 19, Ocean Sergien Ugolin. Number 20, Laura Flips. With the number 21, Orlaine Canor. 22, Tamara Orasek. 24, Beatriz Edwards. With the number 26, Pauleta Fopa. 27, Estelle Ence Minko. And the number 31, Lucy Grenier. Officials, Oliver Krubels, Sebastien Gardillo, Pierre Tercy, Cindy Connor, and Celestine Daly. Norway lineup is with the number 10 captain, Stein Bredal Oftedal. 23, Camila Perry. Number 11, Malin Eur. 20, Marie Jacobsen. With the number 9, Nora Moore. Number 4, Veronica Christiansen. 24, Sanna Solberg Isaksen. Number 12, Silje Solberg. Number 19, Moa Hogdal. Number 16, Katrin Lunde. 15, Listad. With the number 2, Henny Reistad. Number 13, Marim Ardahal. With the number 3, Emily Heg Arce. Number 13, Carl Bradset Dale. On the number 25, Christy Bristol. Officials, Torir Hagerson, Tonje Larsen, Mats Olsson, Morten Jelskar, and Loindal Nils Ivar Leran. The referees are Victoria Albasi and Tatiana Berezkina from Russia. IHF technical delegates are Jana Pojic from Bosnia-Herzegovina and Joanna Bremer from Poland. IHF official Miss Stella Bartanyan from Russia. IHF representative František Taborski from Czech Republic. Por favor, pongámonos en pie. Please stand up. We are going to listen the French anthem. Continúen de pie, please stand up. We are going to listen the Norway anthem.
Teams have met 18 times in official competition. Norway won 15, France just 3. Last official meeting, Euro last year, was a Norwegian win. Here's the lineup for France. Zadie is the beating heart of the team, which will be key in attack and defence. The experience of Nzimin Pino will be key today against the Norwegians, especially with right-back Sergio Golan misfiring. Look at also for line player Foupa and playmaker Nokandi. Olivier Krumholtz, a marked tactician of the French team, been in charge since 1998. For Norway, an incredible back line with the pace of Mørken Øftedal and the power of Christiansen and Reistad. Left wing Herrem is their top scorer in the competition, is well supported by Solberg and Jakobsen over on the other wing. Dali on the line has been outstanding. Torir Hergersson, the Icelandic coach of the Norwegian team, an equally great tactician. Zadie then, 25 goals with 56% success rate, but 38 assists and big in defence. But then, so is Bradset Dale with 33 goals and an 80% success rate on her shooting. She too has had a terrific time. Both teams well supported here in the arena. Norway, 3 times world champions, 1999 and 2011, both times against France, and 2015. France twice, 2003 and 2017 against Norway. The scene nicely set here in a really good atmosphere in this Granollers arena. So, time is set for the 108th match of the 25th Women's Handball World Championships. Almost seemed inevitable these two would end up in the final together. Let's hope they can deliver a cracking game for us.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Here we go then, France in the all-white strip throw up the final of the 2021 Women's Handball World Championships against Norway in the red shirts here in the Palau de Sport de Granollers in Spain. Incredible atmosphere, and it gets louder as the whistle goes. France then in Zeminko, Zadi and Flip across the back, Faupas on the line. La Source starts on the left wing with Toublan on the right side. As ever, Oadal and Dale Bratseth holding up the centre of this tough 6-0 defence for Norway. France have only beaten the Norwegians 3 times in 18 encounters. That's going to be a free throw. France, courtesy of Razadi, who plays in Russia for Rostov-Don. One of the top scorers in the competition there with 39 goals. Teasers a little, passive play call now against France. And they're not finding a way through. 6 passes to get a shot away. Flip. Manhandled away by Solberg. It's a free throw, but still the pass counter is running down on France and Zeminko. Zadi into the wing. Through the legs of the keeper, and the first goal to France, Alicia Toublan. One of 3 newcomers in the French team. Won the Olympic gold, but only 10 players remain from that squad for France. France have become only the 3rd team to reach all major finals in 1 year, having reached the European finals last year where they lost to Norway. Straight through, Christiansen. France with one of the best defences in the business, but they're carved wide open. Flip inside, wins the penalty, defending inside the area. Solberg closed the door a little too late. In fact, both defenders were inside. Off the bench, there was the goal by Christiansen though. Beats Glossaire, who started for France. Pinot comes off the bench then to take the penalty. Scored 13, but missed 5. Up against Lunde. Scores that one. Plants it in the top corner. Pinot scoring her 693rd goal for France. Legend she is. So Christiansen, Øftedal and Mørk across the back for Norway. Bratseth Dali on the line, Jakobsen and Solberg on the wings. Lunde, as we've already seen, is in goal, looking to pass to the line. That came off the foot of a defender. And we've got a yellow card for some holding as Krumholtz looks on. Always looking to make adjustments. Norway, just strong. They have a system and it works. They adapt it, but it works. France, on the other hand, are the masters of adapting their play to the opposition and finding solutions. It's all about defense with France. And eventually they break you down, and without scoring a lot of goals, you suddenly find them in front. Now the misconnection and this space. Bratseth Dali passes into the wing. Nothing given. It seemed to be defense inside the area. Jakobsen raises her arms, but it's not given. No, she got there first, and Zeminko holds her ground. Good call by the referees. Hugely experienced pairing from Russia. Victoria Alpaidze and Tatiana Berezkina. Referee. Semi-final of the World Championships 2 years ago when Spain beat Norway. Norway then went on to lose the bronze medal playoff to the Russians as well. Flip. Zeminko, too many steps. Turnover. as we expected. This has been played at a very fast pace. Merck, no way through for her. 38 goals in the competition for the Norwegian number 9. Scored over 730 goals for her country. Scored 8 in the semi-final. She's gone back over on the right-hand side. Øftedal in the centre. Solberg comes from the wing as an extra line. Christiansen. Great mobility in the French defence at the moment. And that's only a free throw because Flip managed to stay behind. Bratseth Dale. 5 minutes played, low scoring as we kind of expected it would be between two tough defences here. Oh, misconnection across the court. So back. There was the under pressure from Flip. I think she just didn't quite frame it. France, who've had problems in attack, especially with long-range shooting. 15 from 58 9-meter shots, and that's been a big problem for them. Whereas Norway have been ticking nicely across all positions. Oh, stolen by Christiansen, and now she's on her own. Glusser spreads herself but can't stop it, and that's the second goal of the game for Christiansen, who ironically plays in Hungary for Djur and scores against her club teammate, the French keeper Glusser, into the line for Bar. Gets only the free throw. Again, the defenders managing to stay behind. The pass into the line. Free throw only. In fact, 4 of the Norwegians, Solberg, the goalkeeper, twin sister of the winger, Christiansen, Øftedal and Dale Bratseth all play for Djur in Hungary, along with Glusser, but also Nzeminko, number 27. On the ball now, having to put their friendship aside. The club teammates from Djurs, and Nzeminko scores. First goal of the game, just as we spoke about her. Oh, the gap opened and the steal is on. She tried to play fast, maybe it would have done better to hold it up. That's always the danger with France, a lot of steals. Seven minutes played, France lead 3-2. Oh, low shot, clips the bar, stays out, no one touches it. French ball. Norway have looked fallible at times in this competition. Sergio Golin's come in. Penalty is given. Her first attack. French number 19 comes around, sees the gap, but Dale Bratseth blocks her. She's standing inside the area, and Sergio Golin may have seen it and decided, I'll have a go at her. Pinot comes off again for her second penalty. Lunde, who saved 4 in the competition, almost got there, but not quite. And Pinot scores her second. Stands to one side of the line. Even though the goalkeeper adjusted. No chance. 8 minutes played. France leading 4-2 in the final. Merck. Ball is fumbled, but taken unfairly, say the referees. And a little exchange between Merck and Nzeminko, the club teammates from Djur in Hungary. She's the one who took it out of her arm. Dale Bratseth, yes, squeezed in on the post, that's nice. First goal of the game for the 30-year-old line player. Øftedal, lovely supply. Well, interesting changes for France, because on into the attack comes Tamara Horacek, who's only played 56 minutes across the 8 matches for France. Plays for Metz. Zadi. Sergio Golin. I think that Zadi's managed to recover the situation, but it's a bit untidy by France. said earlier, it is about defence with France. They've had problems with the set attack. Sergio Golin. Oh, good save, Lunde. But Horacek, maybe annoyed, shot straight down the middle, even though she came out quick. And France again wasteful with their shooting. They've got to be careful not to let that run over, because against Denmark they had a terrible start in the first half. Shooting average was way down. It took them a while to pick themselves up and win that semi-final in the last few minutes of the game. Norway won't be quite so forgiving if they get a lead here. So much more experience. Free throw. Norway, who average 108 international matches per player compared to France's 74. France were on 114 per player at the Olympics, where they won gold, of course. They've lost a lot of key players since then. Merck, good save. Glousser gets a hand on it. Does she? No, they say you didn't. It came off one of the defenders. Throw in from the side then. It came off Glousser rather, but went off to the side rather than the back line, which would have been a goalkeeper throw. Norway getting ready to bring on Henny Reistad into the wing. Recovered by Jakobsen, but no angle to shoot anymore, as the French captain Lassource closed the gap quickly. Horacek. Merck finds a way through. First goal of the game. Merck playing in a 150th international for Norway. Teed up by Øftedal, and would have been a penalty anyway. Horacek inside the area. So France, complete change from the start. Zadi has gone to left back rather than centre. Horacek is in the middle, and Sergio Golin right back, but she's got to make her presence felt, the number 19, with some long-range shooting. Zadi to the line. Penalty. Faupas fouled in the act of shooting, and Thierry Henderson seems to be saying that was so close to being good defending. Zadi finds a way into the 20-year-old, but the defender is inside. So change of keeper on. Comes Silja Solberg, the twin, number 24, Sanna Solberg. Hasn't saved any penalties in the competition so far, and still hasn't. Pino has now scored all three in this game. Solberg goes the wrong way. Great reaction in the stands. France edge back in front, but there is nothing in this game. Henny Reistad has now come on, number 2. He's got a huge shot on him to give her just an ounce of space. Oh, the post stays in. Rotsetdale. Zadi. Seemed to be too many steps. Called as an attacking foul anyway against her running into the defender. 5-5. Merck into the wing, no space for Solberg. She tries again. They've got to get across quick at the moment. Rotsetdale is trying to hold up the defenders, leave a bit of space on the right. Jakobsen is the one who took a little knock on the way through. Plays for Esbjerg in Denmark. So Reistad on the ball, 32 goals in this competition so far, the 22-year-old. Phenomenal talent. Also plays for Esbjerg in Denmark. Øftedal into the wing. Now there's angle. Comfortably taken out by Glousser, who makes a third save of the game. Zadi looking for a way through, but held up by Rotsetdale. France make the change between attack and defense. Off comes Edwige, defensive boss. On goes Faupas, but also some other changes coming up now. Glousser celebrates that save. 5-5 then. Into the left wing comes Valentini, number 6. Experienced winger Nokandi has gone into the left back position for Zadi, 23-year-old, who's been getting stronger as the competition goes on. Sebastian Golin, Horacek, and scores. Only her 8th goal in the competition. And again, France edge in front. Through the legs of the keeper. Lunde, who's on 1 save from 6 in the Norwegian goal. Well, France are shooting 6 from 7. 86% success rate is way above their normal standard. They have one of the lowest scoring averages of any of the teams that came through to the quarterfinals at 59%, up against Norway with the best at 71%. Dale takes the shot, and the goalkeeper, Glosser, says, come and help yourself. She has no obligation to give it back, even though they're club teammates in Hungary. Weistad, now she's in. Öftedal, teaser, she's got a gap. Glosser picks it up and again puts it down. They're in no rush. Solberg comes to get it this time. Seven of the Norwegians have been world champions before. 2 of them, Öftedal and Herem, twice world champions. For France in this team, 7 of the players remain from the team that won gold at the World Championships 4 years ago in a superb final in Hamburg in Germany against Norway. So midway through the first half, there's nothing in it. Horacek, attacking foul. Merck. Oh, brilliant pass! No look supply from Merck. Dale scores, and that was sublime. Brilliant. All square again. France have suffered 5 turnovers now, Norway just 2. Tied your play by the Scandinavians. Årdal used in defence only. Sebastian Golin, that'll give her a bit of a confidence boost. It's only her 3rd long-range successful shot. The dimension of play that has eluded France. If she could get a few more of those, what a difference it would make to the French attack. The one match where the French attack did work very well so far was that quarter-final against Sweden, which they won 31-26. Norway have mostly been on song in attack. Oh, Öftedal straight through, like a hot knife through butter. Captain of the team, who went past the 600-goal mark in her last match for Norway in 220 games. Edwige is going off. Faupas will go in on the line. Lanier's now gone in on the right wing for Toulon, another one of the new players in the French team. Sebastian Golin into the wing. There's no space there though for Valentini. Happy to bring it out again, and a passive play call now against France. 6 passes to get the shot away. Nokandi finds a way through. And plays in each other's way. There, Sebastian Golin was there. Then go for the ball. I think that's what they're trying to do. Probably asking how many passes are left. There can't be too many. But I think they've been told it's 1. So Sebastian Golin has to have a go. Puts it over the top. It got a touch from the Norwegians on the way, and it's a throw-in from the corner. But it's not going to help enormously. It is, yes. Christiansen got a hand on it. 1 shot. Carried away by Lunde for her 2nd save. Horacek with 1 goal from 3. The ball is loose, picked up. Nokandi looks for support. Problem is both these teams are incredibly quick. Cut out by Herem, who's come on the wing. But she steps inside the area with it. And the ball is turned back. Herem is playing her 281st international for Norway, 782 goals, the left winger. 31 goals here at this championship. Not a bad lineup to have on the wing for Norway. Reaction on the bench for that block. Looking for the pass behind. Oh, that's lovely. Nokondi reaches around the defenders and passes to Foupa. France getting back very quickly here. The Norwegians, who like to take quick throw-offs, so far haven't managed to score one of those quick turnaround goals. Øftedal now being joined by Christiansen at right back. Christiansen, who's right-handed, not ideal for her, but does play there for them. Reistad tries to go in on her own, and that's an attacking foul. Sergien Hugolin. This final, everything we wanted from it, and Horacek heads off as we see this again. Zadi returns into the centre with Nokondi at left back and Sergien Hugolin on the right side. Two younger players. Nokondi's been very enterprising into the line. Oh, scored by Foupa. Have to say, she's pretty much on the ground when she's taking the shot, but the referee said, no, that's all right. And with a two-goal lead in the 21st minute for France, would have been a penalty anyway. Krumholtz celebrates, but Helge Gerson calls a team timeout for Norway.
Så dypt før man går på neste, ok?
Akkurat det jeg skulle si. Nå slipper vi linja for lettere. Og jobber mye med å tolke, være tøffere med å før situasjonen. Alle sammen. Alle mann alle. Fint der oppe. Spill. Hei. Her er nesa på mål. Ja. Er det greit?
Nei, kom deg hjem da! Nei, to!
Il faut y aller beaucoup plus vite.
Les filles, elles, n'oubliez pas les circulations de balles un peu plus dynamiques, les filles. Allez, les filles, allez. Reprenez là! Comme ça!
Well, the main instruction from Krumholtz's team is you've got to be quicker. It's still not quick enough, especially against Norway. This, though, for the two-goal lead. This match has many more twists and turns to come. These teams who both qualified automatically for the World Championships by virtue of their top two spots in the European Championships last year. Herren comes around as a second line. Oh, missed connection. Henny Reistad goes past and the ball sails out. Not happened too often in the competition, but now twice in this game they've given possession away and Krumholtz celebrates. They're going to get very few gifts like that from Norway, the French. And Ziminko's come back into the attack now in place of Sergien Hugolin. She's actually left back come playmaker, number 27. But because of Sergien Hugolin's misfiring in attack, has been used quite a bit at the right back position, using all her experience in her 147th international. That's mean that she'll go for the breakthrough, looking for the pass to the line. It's intercepted, but Nziminko takes it back again. There are a lot of Norwegian shirts in front, but Nziminko carves through them. Brilliant goal from the 30-year-old. There was the steal. She comes back, quick 1-2 back with Valentini, and she's right around. 3-goal lead. 3 goals without reply now for France. As much as anything else, it's the misfiring by their standards. Norwegian shooting, 7 goals from 12, that's costing them. Straight through. Oh, saved! Glosser saves off Øftedal. They know each other so well, they train together. Day in, day out at Djur. She had so much room for the shot as well. Good spell by France. 3 goals without reply to give them that 3-goal lead. What a shame. If that had connected with Ziminko, the gap was there. They have to start again, but now passive play call against them. Oh, Zadi! Long-range effort. Goes through the keeper. This is a dangerous moment now for Norway. Change the keeper, unsurprisingly. Lunde making just 2 saves from 12. And 6 minutes without a goal for Norway. They've conceded 4 during that time. Mørk comes back on again to try and inject some pace. Blocked as she tries to come around. Granier gets out immediately and latches on to Christiansen. They knew they were going to have a hard time in defence. Now they've opened the wing. Oh, save! Øftedal shooting. And again, Glosser saves. In truth, though, that was the goal by Zadi to give a 4-goal lead. Øftedal, right-handed, had to lean right over to even get an angle on the shot. Probably the best spell France have had at this World Championship. Zadi. Oh, thought about it, Ziminko, Granier. Zadi around again, into the wing, decent angle, over the leg, and that's gone in. Granier scores, but there's been a collision between players. Zadi is in trouble. Let's have a look and see. The two collided. Celebration short-lived because Granier runs back and then suddenly realizes Zadi is in some distress, taking a blow to the face. Oh, yes, clash of heads with Emily Arntzen, who's only, ironically, just come on in the last 30 seconds. They'll want to get her back on again if they can. In the meantime, Pinot, equally experienced, has come on. Edwige, central defender, does the right thing and holds her up. There is poor old Arntzen. Didn't know too much about it, they just collided. Øftedal teases again, tries to draw in the defenders, does it. Big wing shot, that gets them going again. After 7 minutes without a goal and a 5-goal run from France. Ona scores, but France reply through Nokandi. So we go past the 25-minute mark. France with a healthy lead here, but things can happen very fast in handball. And again, are they feeling the pressure? Granier cuts to the centre and scores, and France turning the screw here. Second goal for the Besançon winger. And they're being made to pay for their mistakes, France. It's all about the defence, putting them under pressure. And French supporters who are massed behind both goals, chanting Allez les Bleus. 4 minutes to go, and Norway's 7th turnover sees them in trouble. Bratsett Dali. We've got a 2-minute suspension for France. That might just help get them going again. It's the 23-year-old Nokandi. Holding from behind. But it's only a free throw because there were other defenders behind blocking. Wonder, Norway still have the option, of course, of playing 7 against 6, and we may well see that in the second half if this doesn't close. So now, the power play, surely, into the wing, big angle. That's through the keeper, and Malin Ona makes a good start. Coming on late in the first half, the CSM Bucharest player gets 2 goals. Keep their hopes alive here. Again, Øftedal and Mørk dragging in all the defenders. Be said that with the defence sometimes as well, teams will deliberately stay flat and mass the centre because they feel their goalkeepers may have the better chance from the wing shots. The problem is here is that Norway have some of the best wingers in the business. Oh, beautiful! Flip comes on again, broken wrist shot. Teases it over the head of Solberg. 3 minutes to go. Still France lead by 6. Well, they need to check, because there may have been a faulty substitution. Misunderstanding with France, who are still on a suspension. They're going to have a look at the screen replay, and I think there was one. This is the last effort, and a double suspension, just what France don't need. They've got to work hard enough to get the lead. So Stella Vartanyan from Russia, who is the IHF official in charge of the game. The referees from Russia as well wait for her decision. And I think we may have a faulty substitution. A French player definitely went on and rushed back off again, realizing. Yeah, and I think even Krumholtz knows it. So Granier going on a little too quick, and now a real chance for Norway to get back into the game. Granier joins Nokandi on the bench, and France, with only 4 defenders, will have to make these the longest attacks of their lives. They will be into the last minute of the half before they get back to full strength again. Dali Bradset is going to have acres of room to play. Öftedal, Merck into the wing. That's gone in. And Malinona on 3 goals now. Tried to cover, but just couldn't on the width. Celebrations for the Norwegians. France have taken off the goalkeeper, but are still short-handed by 1. There's no line player, hence the Norwegian defence comes a long way forwards. Zadi, free throw, that's fine, it runs the clock down. They've got about 10 seconds to go before they get their first suspended player back. Referees aren't going to give them any free play, though. Passive play. Oh, the coach, Krumholtz, puts his hand up and apologises as he presses the timeout button just as Philippe was overlapping the defence. Well, you can't dwell on it. It's one of those things.
On joue tout de suite, on joue sans ailier droit, d'accord? Toutes mes pivots, toi, tout simplement. Avec Laura ici, Vasse ici, d'accord? Et on lance Laura ici. D'accord? Essaye d'isoler, jouer là, là. À fond, fais gaffe au monter inversé. Allez, allez!
So he wants to play without winger, basically. They'll put the line in, that's when they get back to full strength. I wonder, but he's just got to run the clock down. Corinne Helgason today, it's not quite gone his way. Krumholtz, 2 of the best tacticians in the business. The coaches know each other very well, good friends. Team timeout taken by France. They're keeping the experienced players on. Oh, little shove on the way through. And that's a 2-minute suspension. They were trying to lob the ball in the area for Nzeminko to come through. She goes then. There's the hefty shove by Christiansen, who looks to the referee as if to say, surely not. But I'm afraid the Russians see it very differently, and she is off, and that levels things up just as France get 1 of their suspended players back. And so Norway will finish the first half 1 short, and it's a penalty for Pinot. Now would be a good time for Solberg to make the save, but she doesn't. 4 penalties for Pinot. And France have managed it all right. Double suspension, but there's still 6 goals to the good. Norway have taken off their goalkeeper now. Extra attacker is on. France short-handed for another 30 seconds. Good save. The ball picked up. Nzeminko. Merck tries to steal it back. Nothing given. Oh, now we've got a faulty substitution on the Norwegian side. Årdal, I think, knows it. Her reaction says it all. She looks to the heavens. And they now get a double suspension. Unbelievable. There was the save. They pick up the ball. But off the back of that, Årdal went on too fast. And they will finish the first half and start the second. Short-handed now, Norway. 18 seconds for France to To be back to full strength. Oh, a steal. And we've got another suspension, and Ziminkou puts her hand up and says, no, that's my mistake. Caught her high. Clumsy rather than ill-intentioned. Wow. Flurry of suspensions here. Thorir Hergesson, meanwhile, complaining to the table, has got himself a yellow card. Well, drama abounds here in Granollers. Well, they've given a penalty. A chance to run down the court, spoiled by the French. Interesting. Merck will take it. They're missing on the scoreboard in the arena. Is it not a 2-minute suspension now is the question. Humholtz is asking because it's not been put up on the screen. So they're saying it's not up there. And the referees are saying let's calm things down. Drama we didn't quite need at this particular point in the first half with a minute to go. But the Norwegians about to have a chance to cut it back to within 5. Finally it's come up, albeit with the wrong player on the screen in the arena. It's been shown for Canor, who hasn't gone on court yet. Meanwhile, poor old Merck has got to keep herself composed, and Glosser in goal. The reason was earlier that the Norwegians had a chance to run down the court, no other defenders behind, and in Ziminkou caught Reistad as she started to shoot down the court. It's still not been adjusted, and this is really not helping the players as the scoreboard is wrongly set. Frankly, with a minute to go, I'd have said just play on and sort it out at half-time. Here we go then. Merck steps up against Glosser, who's only saved 1 penalty in the competition. Merck scores her second. Norway back within 2, and both teams short-handed by 2. Beautifully placed. France have got one of their suspended players back on again as celebrations on the bench and in the stands. Flip returns. Zadi, Nokondi. They'll try and make this a long attack. Oh, big gap! Nothing given, and a chance for Norway. They're trying to get the keeper back in. The Norwegians didn't look up. There was an empty goal. Oh, she'll curse herself. 15 seconds is plenty of time. Øftedal calling instructions in to Brotzet Dale, the line player. 8 seconds. Reistad, yes! Right through. First goal of the game for the 22-year-old. And a 6-goal lead cut down to 4, and a psychological blow for Norway on the buzzer. The half-time score in the final here in Granollers. France with a healthy lead. Have seen it cut back with 2 late goals by Norway in a flurry of suspensions. There was no time to do anything more from there. And Solberg rather came in to cut out the shot. So that's it, half-time in the final here in Granollers. And it's France 16, Norway 12. Well, France 6 goals to the good. Will regret letting slip that momentum. Both teams with 40 substitutions to end up with double suspensions, and then Ziminkou with a clumsy effort that not only saw her sent off but saw a penalty. They're the 2 players who collided earlier. Zadi and Arntzen walk off together. No hard feelings, it was totally accidental. France's attacks, well, for once, outdoing the Norwegians, 59% success rate to 46% for the Norwegians, and France's shooting, which has been their weak point at times, 71% to 58% for Norway. What a turnaround. Very few fast breaks, both teams very strong on that front. They're cancelling each other out, and 7 turnovers. So Pinot top scoring with her 4 penalties for France, while Ona with 3 important goals from the wing, and Bratseth Dale 3 on the line. The best of the Norwegians, a host of other players on 2s and 1s. So for France, the white dots on top, 2-1 up initially. Then Norway got going, they edged in front briefly, and then France came back, and they had an 8-minute spell when they scored 5 without reply, before Norway had the better of the last 5 minutes to get themselves back to within manageable range here against France. France has scored both fast breaks, all of their penalties courtesy of Pinot. It's breakthroughs and passes to Foupa on the line. 2 goals on the right-hand side on the wing, long-range shooting. Really only just the one Sergien Goulin shot, although Zadi got a nice low one through the defence. For Norway, they've scored their only penalty and their only fast break. France have fallen back so fast, they haven't managed to get any more. The wings getting good service, but it is also for them breakthroughs with one long-range effort for Reistad, but otherwise they're not succeeding against Gloucester in the first half. So at the break here in the final, it's 16-12 to France. We'll take a break as well, but join us again for the second half. We'll see you then. Welcome back to the Palau des Sports de Granollers and half-time in the final of the Women's Handball World Championships, where France are leading Norway 16-12 at the break. France, arguably the best defense, maybe not if you consider goals conceded, but then with 32 teams, fair to say that Norway have had some easier matches in their groups, whereas France have been up against almost exclusively European opposition, bar the opening game against African champions Angola. But France and Krumholtz, with his back to us, always seem to find solutions. They adapt to the game. They know they don't have the strongest attackers necessarily, but today they are the ones who are looking better, and they're doing it because they're basically smothering the Norwegian attacks. Have restricted Norway to a 60% success rate on their shooting, which is way below par for them, while France are on 76% success rate overall on their shooting, which is way above their normal standard. Norway, though, with 2 late goals in the last minute, brought it back from 6 down in a half that saw both teams get double suspensions. In both cases, one of them being a faulty substitution. They're playing at such a cracking pace that mistakes are being made, because the teams force so much on the break that you don't have much time to think about it. Lusser, who will resume in goal. No wonder. Great first half performance, and of course knows her opponents well. So Norway throw off the second half of the final of the 2021 Women's Handball World Championships here in Granollers, trailing France 12-16 at the break. They've just got one of their suspended players back, but both teams still have a suspension remaining from the first half. Lovely breakthrough, Merck. And the French defense slackens upside, and now they've conceded 3 goals without reply. (16-10) has become 16-13, and suddenly now the momentum is more with the Norwegians. The French have taken out their goalkeeper, which gives them a power play. It's all artificial. Pino into the wing. Oh, saved! Solberg! They need that. They'd only made 3 saves between them in the first half, the Norwegian keepers. Great start. A quick goal by Merck, and now saved by Solberg. Oh, yes! Big comeback, Bratsett Dali. 4 for her. Central defense struggling a little bit for France at the moment. Zadi is back on again, number 10 in the center. He went off with an injury to her face from the collision with Arntzen. Seems to be okay now. Zadi, flip for the moment though. That's no way, and he's gone out of play, and France untidy at the start of the half, and Norway on one of their fast runs here. Reistad! Oh yes! France have completely lost momentum. 5 goals without reply either side of the break. 3 in the second half. France are reeling. All to do again. Zadi. And now it's France who are playing nervously. Nokondi. Looking for the line. No connection. Break is on. Norway look up. A chance now to level it on this attack. What a turnaround from 16-10 down. Reistad, it's done. It's all square again. Norway showing their amazing resilience. Faupas finally gets things going again after they've conceded 6 goals without reply. So both teams are back to full strength again. But the initiative that France had in the first half, they knew that there was always the danger of Norway coming back at them. Ona, who's had a brilliant first half, comes around from the wing. Dali. The door is closed between Zadi and La Source, the captain. Zadi, who's played a huge tournament. France have only won 3 of their 18 encounters with Norway, 2 of them in World Championship finals. All the way through. Ah, lovely flick of the wrist of Tadal. Goal square again. Flip into the wing, not from there, surely. That was unwise by Toublanc from a very closed angle. High start, and they've clearly been told, I wanted to absolutely blitz the French at the start of the second half, leave them reeling. Well, if that's what Thorrier Hergason said, he's got it. That's a double dribble. Solberg fumbled the ball and picked it back up again. And France seem happy to slow the pace down. Well, she carried it more than anything else. That was the shot from a very closed angle. For Solberg, that was bread and butter stuff. Both teams have had their moments. France scored 5 without reply against Norway in the first half. Now Norway 6 without reply either side of the break. And Zeminko rather. La Source. Well, finds a gap. There wasn't a lot of it. Coralie La Source, the best winger, back in front again. Defense looking a little flat at the moment for the French. When Zeminko comes out into the wing, Ona thinks about it, but decides against free throw. Well, catch your breath. 7 goals in 5 minutes. Just what the Norwegians wanted. Now the game is nicely poised. Free throw for Merck. They're trying to push up a bit now to disrupt the flow of the play, which is just as well because the defense went very flat at the start. That's going to be off the foot. Accidental, say the referees. It's only a free throw. If you intentionally move your foot towards the ball, it's a 2-minute suspension. Looks for the low shot. Flip changed her mind. Ah, beautifully placed. Reistad, 4 goals now. In 17 minutes of play, the ball is stolen. Reistad again. And she scores back-to-back goals. 5 from 5. Player. He scored 63 goals in the Danish league for Esbjerg, is having a cracking season. The earlier range, long-range shot. Kind of long-range shooting that France can only dream about, sadly, with Sergien Hugolin. And so from 16-10 down, Norway are 19-18 up. They've outscored France 7-2 in the second half. La Source, scores. Ona couldn't hold the captain. La Source scores. It's all square. France have to readapt in this game. It was easier in the first half where they smothered the Norwegian play and took some of the pace out of it. Shot efficiency now catching up. Norway, they're on 70%, France 73. Merck into the wing. Now there's a bit of space. Solberg. Ball is quickly out. First goal of the game for Sanna Solberg. Norway with a 1-goal lead. 7.5 minutes play. This match still has much to give us. Sergien Hugolin's now come on for France. Their big shooter, number 19, who's had a lackluster tournament. Faux pas, double dribble. And it's carelessness in the second half that's making them pay. Edwige comes on quickly for faux pas. Christiansen into the line. Ball fumbled. Good solid defending. Zadi assisted by Zeminko. A bit of mopping required. Zadi takes the opportunity to come off and get some more resin. She wasn't paying attention. It was the 11th turnover for France. Öftedal in the centre. They switched to a 5-1 defence, and Ziliko. It's an impressive haul of 7 steals playing at the front of the defence. They managed to keep the defenders behind again. Edwige and Zadi are covering Bratset-Dali. And 2-goal lead now. Öftedal, 3rd goal for her. For the moment, Edwige is staying on the line, and 2-minute suspension for Norway. Solberg is off. Keeps on holding Sergien Golin from behind. Power play now for France. We've also changed their goalkeeper at the other end, with Gloser struggling at the start of the second half, albeit she's been left to fend for herself. Zadi. It's an attacking foul called against Sergien Golin. Have a look and see. Well, she did collide into Öftedal. She didn't need to go around that side. She could have made the pass immediately, and that turns things over nicely for Norway while they're short-handed and lead by 2. Herren has gone back into the attack on the left wing. The goalkeeper is out for now. The wing, Herren brings it around again. They're getting the goalkeeper back in. Merck. Passive play's been called against them. 5 passes to get the shot away. 4 now. Bratset-Dali right through Darlou. 5th goal of the game. And now Norway lead by 3 as we come up to 10 minutes played. A complete reversal of fortunes in the game. Still a power play for France, though. Zadi needs to flatten the defence. Sergien Golin breakthrough. 2nd goal for the 24-year-old who plays in Slovenia for Krim Ljubljana. Zadi goes around, sucks in the last defender. Leaves the end defender having to pick between covering the wing. Golin, they still trail by 2 though, and only 10 seconds before Norway are back to full strength again. As back into the fray comes Marit Jakobsen on the right wing. Both wingers changed now. Herren comes in on the line, trying to make a bit of space for the back players. Meanwhile, Solberg, goalkeeper that is, Silja, is going back into goal over the keeper. Merck, 4 goals. Oh, poor pass again by Sergien Golin. And they'll wait now. There was the interchange. And that flick of the wrist, 89 kilometers an hour. Team timeout, France.
Reste à ta place. Reste à ta place, tu sors de ta place. C'est pas logique. Parle avec les autres en relation, mais fais pas ça. D'accord? Sur les vrais cibles, il faut assister à vous jouer un peu gentil jusqu'à l'aile, faire des passes, aller chercher les buts et les pénaltys. Il faut rester stable. On repart en 0, on repart en 0-6. D'accord?
Faire rentrer Alisson.
Hein?
On va mettre Grasse en 2 et mettre Ali en 3. Ça serait bien.
Ah, ça fait 2 changements.
Du kommer klar. Bue, bue, bue.
Henny kommer in på vicket. Sanna kommer in på mellan.
Starter med midtårgang. Jugge midtårgang. Jugge høyre midtårgang. Kom igjen! 3, 2, 1! Kom igjen!
So Norway finding ways through this tough French defence now. Speed of play. And the French a little shell-shocked. Norwegians with a big, big psychological blow. So play resumes, and for the first time for France, Canor comes on, number 21. 24-year-old who plays for Metz, came in as a replacement for the misfiring Niakate. Cuts back inside again. Sergien Hugolin decides to give it back to La Source. Zadi. They've got the backs on the wrong side now for a shot. Canor. She's too wide as well. Passive play call. They can't have more than one pass. They've run down the clock. And France in disarray. They have conceded 13 goals to 4 now in a turnaround from when they were leading 16-10. Oh, Reistad catches the goalkeeper in the face. Takes off and oh! That hurt. That was a powerful shot too. Made a stern stuff, the keepers, and Cléopâtre Darleux stays on. 32-year-old playing in a 187th international. Darleux, who played in the final of 10 years ago in Brazil. That's going to be a free throw. And Zadi once again finds Faupas, but she was on the ground by the time she tried to take the shot. But when these teams met in the final 10 years ago, Lunde was playing for Norway, as were Herrem and Øftedal. Norway winning again on that occasion. Zadi tries to break through. It's going to be a free throw. And the French attack is now spluttering, having worked quite well in the first half. Better than it has in many of the games. Canor, good defense by Brotset Dali. Passive play now against France, but Norway are absolutely killing the French attack. They have no solutions. They're getting bogged down, as Norway have plenty of depth, and it forces Krumholtz to call his third and final team timeout much earlier than I'm sure he wanted to. He's livid.
C'est Grasse qui est obligé de tout faire. Orlane, tu sors. Camille, tu y vas. D'accord? Il reste 3 passes. Il faut lancer quelque chose. D'accord? Laurent, tu y vas. Laurent, flippe à droite. D'accord?
Well, he's very angry. He's looked straight at Sergien Hugolin, who's not had the best championship, the number 19, and said, shoot! You're putting all the pressure on Zadi. Do something. So, not going well for France now. Norway have the initiative. Instrumental in that turnaround. 17 minutes to go, and a 3-goal lead is not the kind of lead that Norway will let slip easily. As a nice save by Silje Solberg. Third of the game, read it well. Norway press forwards. If they win here today, they will tie with Russia on the most number of World Championship titles, 4 each, although they will have more overall medals, 11 in World Championships. Merck. Blocked by Darleux, but it's going to be a free throw. Norway stay in possession. Merck. Oh, the ball is stolen. Lost momentum. Zadi goes off on her own. Oh, saved! And Jakobsen carries the ball. France will keep possession. Faupas comes on. Horacek being pressed in. That was another fine save. Silje Solberg. Four saves. None of the goalkeepers, though, completely shining so far. That's been very much more about the defence, but shooting stats reasonably high. Horacek takes a shot. That was a weak shot, comfortably saved. Faupas went to come off. sent back on again. She's not used in defence that often, Foupa, but she is a strong defender, and you can see it because she's playing the central role with Edwige. More than anything else, it's to give her a bit of a breather because they don't have another line player besides Edwige. Who's more defence. It's just a tactical choice for them. Öfterdal into Bratsepdali. Free throw only for her again. We're midway through the second half. Head down Glossaire. Because France are trailing by 3. Ball is stolen. Oh, and they put it wide. Granier. Well, it may have got a touch off the keeper. Touch to the middle. Yes, she did. Got a hand on it. Save number 6 now for Solberg, but it's gone out to the side. France get the throw in. 2 fast breaks that could have helped their cause go begging. And in the second half, France have been restricted to 4 goals in 16 minutes. Foupa, Nokandi. Nokandi will want to get back across again. Wrong side for her. Flip. Going to be a free throw. Fleet, who was injured early on in the tournament and turned her ankle and then missed a lot of the group stages, came back in the knockout phase. A welcome return with Sergien Golin misfiring. Oh, scored. That's going to go out to the side, but it's picked up by Reistad, and Norway continue with their excellent spell here. An 11-4 turnaround in this second half. There was a shot, Solberg saves. She's on 8 saves now. I'm just saying the goalkeepers aren't shining yet. She is now, so that's a 44% save rate. So the Olympic champions on the rack against European champions Norway. Edwige holds up Reistad, play on, that's going to be a penalty. And it could even be a 2-minute suspension. It is, and troubles mount for France. The steam completely gone out of their attack. Toublon is off. She was behind. Cheering on the bench. This for a 4-goal lead. Nora Merck. Second penalty of the game against Darleux. And scores! Well, it's hard to see the momentum shifting now. 2 or 3 goals maybe, but Norway are so methodical. They are so steady. Once they've got a 5-goal lead, you need something ultra special, and at the moment France don't have it. The defense isn't working, and in attack they just don't have the solutions against a much better second half defense. Ah, and a good save as well. And of course a Solberg on form in goal. Save number 9. France still with only 4 goals in 18 minutes. This may well end up being something of a record for the lowest number of goals in a final. Well, I think with everything going wrong for France in this second half, Sergien Golin's going to come back on again. It's going to be a free throw. That was unlucky. Reistad was clean through. Flip came out to steal the ball, missed the connection. A clinical display by Norway. That's an attacking foul by Reistad. Coming up to the half-time, helped by some suspensions for the French. Horacek is back on again at left back. I'm just not sure she's got the power to break open the Norwegians. Nokandi in the middle and Sergien Golin. Horacek, who's been out of the French team for 5 years. Here she comes, shoots, and it goes across the face of the goal. They're getting the goalkeeper back in again. Still finishing the suspension. Horacek into the wing. Solberg, and she scores. And they are walking away with this now. Norway, 5-goal lead. slightly surprising with problems on the right wing. Both Toublan and Granier. Flip has gone in there. She is a good right winger as well. With Sergio Golin in the attack, the ball is stolen. Reistad, nice one-handed catch and scores. And Norway are taking France apart in the final here. Their attack. They knew they had shortcomings, France, in their attack, but today, against Norway, who are quick to punish them every time they steal the ball back or they miss a shot, they are paying a very heavy price, France. Sergio Golin and Ziminko, who's come back on again, misses the connection. And the concentration has completely gone. It smiles all round on the Norwegian bench. They look to be heading for their 4th World Championship title. With 25 minutes gone, France were leading 16-10. Since then, what a change. So Norway on the attack. They've gone back to a 5-1 defense with Ziminko at the front. Årdal is staying on in place of Brattset-Dali on the line. Øftedal, Mørk. Sergio Golin comes out quick, closes her down. Passive play now, and too many steps by Øftedal. Ziminko passes to Flip. That's nicely done. Finally they needed that. 4 goals without reply prior to this. And Flip with a second of the game. Still only 5 goals for France in the second half. 11 minutes without a goal for the French. They can slow the pace down almost, the Norwegians now. Passive play being called against them. That's come off a defender. It'll be a throw-in from the corner for Norway. Jakobsen will go to take it. Edwige getting the touch on it as it comes through. And they're just swapping the ball over. And, the Norwegians fussing over the ball. They want the one with the most resin on it. The referees in the end get their way and they take a spare ball from the corner. Øftedal. Christiansen misses the goal. Pino now is on. Hugely experienced playmaker. Into the wing. Valentini. Oh, brilliant save. Solberg, number 10. 2 saves in the first half, but here, as France struggle with the attack, she's made 8 in the second half. Near side post just beckoned. Hergersson celebrates. France have made life very difficult for themselves. Their finishing just not helping. Reistad, Øftedal looking for the line, and Brattset-Dali bundled over by Edwige. The referees come over and say, let's calm things down a bit. Edwige, who was club teammates with Brattset-Dali last year. She played also for Djur, the Hungarian champions. Knows 4 of her opponents very well here. Krumholtz, I'm afraid. It has not been a day to remember for France. They were in charge of the game for about 24 minutes. And then after that, the initiative has completely shifted over. Pinot blocks Mørk. And that's fine, it runs the clock down. Time very much against France now. And given how difficult they've been scoring, Cléopâtre Darleux saves, but the quick long pass, she had to rush it. Is cut out by Solberg, and absolutely nothing is working for France. even when they make a brilliant save. That's the third of the game for Darleux. They get possession back. Jakobsen's come around as a second line now for Norway. Øftedal. Mørk, long attack. Passive play call now, Øftedal. Mørk, low shot. That's saved this time. Pinot looks for options. Sergien Hugolin on the right-hand side. Oh, that's lucky. Reistad gets a foul called against her. Pinot will go off, being used in defense at the moment. Back on comes Zadi. France have dug themselves out of big holes to, in fact, their first World Championship title in 2003 against Hungary. They were 7 goals down with 7 minutes to go and won it in extra time. But this is a different kettle of fish. Norway do not give away that kind of lead. Brilliant save by Solberg, our 11th. And Glosser, who ironically is club teammates with Silja Solberg, the Norwegian keeper, and Djør looks on, helped of course by some excellent defending by Norway. And still France with just 5 goals to show for 25 minutes of play. Zeminko misses the interception. Now there's a big shot from the wing. Jakobsen scores. Edwige is staying on for the moment on the line. She's told to stay on. And France now have to throw caution to the wind. 7 against 6. Faupas goes in. 2 on the line. It's not something France do a lot. Ah, there was a gap there and too many steps. They've got to get the keeper back in again. Norway in no hurry to take the shot. 4.5 minutes to go. The title is theirs. And Zeminko, trying to go around, takes 4 steps. Disappointing second half after what was an excellent first half. From 16-10 up, France have just been smothered. And it's getting worse for them. 4 minutes to go. I don't think the final buzzer can come quickly enough for France. Øftedal. 4th goal of the game for Øftedal. Zadi. Oh, and another misconnection. Sergien Hugolin runs straight instead of across the back. And the empty goal is there. And at this rate, Norway going to end up with a 10-goal win. Second goal, a 7th goal, I should say, for Reistad. 3.5 minutes to go. 8 goals down. France put on the extra line. 7 against 6. But it's all academic now. Ever since Norway came back with a blistering start, penalty. Sergien Hugolin with a little push on the way through. So Pinot steps up. Doesn't seem to have much appetite for this, really. A 5th penalty. And she puts it wide, as if to underline that her demeanor walking up to that looked like, really, I don't want to be here. This has long run away from them, France. A commanding second half performance from Norway, who upped the tempo. Reistad brought in some firepower and muscle at the back after having a relatively quiet first half. And France were a shadow of themselves in the second half. 17-5 the scoreline in this second half. Jakobsen comes around. Øftedal, Mørk, Reistad, good save. It's going to be a throw-in for Norway as Darleux gets her 4th save of the game. Very one-sided second half. Defensively, France have had their foibles here in the second half, but it's in attack. There was always that danger. Darleux makes another good save. Zadi looks for options. The wingers are covered. Zadi. Pinot wanting to pass to Edwige on the line, couldn't find a way through. They'll put on the extra attacker. There's only a minute and a half to go. Just a matter of time before Norway can celebrate their 4th World Championship title. So just as in the final 1 year ago in Denmark in the European Championships, Norway will beat France. France still creating a little bit of history though, with their reaching all 3 major finals, Euro, World and Olympic, in the same year. Only done once before, or twice before rather, by Norway, 2011, 2012, and Denmark in 96, 97. France finally pulled one back with Zadi, but glum faces on the bench, unsurprisingly. 50 seconds to go, and Norway are going to win. So back in Djur in January, when the teams regroup for training, the Norwegians will have the bragging rights against Glosser and Nziminko. Passive play now against them. Reistad, who's had a superb match, looks for it, Merck. Passive play. They've run out of time, 25 seconds to go. "15 seconds, Pinot, Sertien Hugolin into the wing. No one wants to shoot, they just want this attack to last long. Looks for the line, toes on the line, and it's the goalkeeper, that's it! Norway, with an overwhelming performance in the second half, have brushed aside Olympic champions France. An incredible result, their 4th World Championship title. The final score here in Granollers: Norway 29, France 22. There's commiserations all round for the French. But Norway 6 goals down in the first half. Scored a 6-0 reverse either side of the half-time break. It kick-started their attack, and France restricted to just 6 goals in the second half. A poultry haul, I'm afraid, as Norway scored 17. Solberg, who played a huge goal in defense, 12 saves overall, 10 of them in the second half. Ironically, the goalkeeper coach at Djur is none other than French Olympic champions Amandine Leno, who retired from the national team along with Dembélé, Lacrabert, since the Olympics. And so time for Norway to celebrate. There was never too much doubt in the end. We hoped it might be a tight final between France's superb defense. Every match at the World Championship, France have found a way to adapt. It's taken them time on some occasions, but they've got there in the end. Like a chameleon, they've found solutions and somehow muscled their way past the opposition. But today, against Norway, the moment they gave them a look in, especially just after the half-time break, Norway were never going to relinquish it. Too much experience in the end. And France lose their first match of the World Championship, but it's the one that counts. And Norway, for the first time, win a World Championship without losing a match. Previous 3 titles, there was a defeat. And so they are now European and World Champions, Norway. For France, I think the defeat is all the worse because they know they played well below par in the second half. The Norwegian fans, who were nervous coming into the half-time break, have been able to relax for some time now in this second half. France's shooting, which was up around 75% success rate in the first half, dropped down to 54%. And Norway's, although below par for their standard in the match, was well enough to beat a lackluster France. Celebrations all round Øfterdal and Merck, the driving force at the back, opening up space after space for Henny Reistad to get those long-range efforts. Reistad, who went on to score 7 goals. And in fact 6, I believe. One of the new players in the French team there. Granier looks on. There's starting their journey with the French team. Granier just 22 years of age. French team that's on average 3 years younger than the opposition. And Toublanc, another one of the newcomers, being consoled by Sertien Golin, who's been there and done it. Sertien Golin, who maybe hearing from the coach, really had a very poor World Championship. Only a few moments when she seemed to get herself in with the long-range efforts. On the whole, though, it wasn't to be. France, though, still an achievement. They take silver, but it's Norway who celebrate the customary photo. Only Sweden have managed to take a point off them with a last-second goal in their group matches from Melegor and Glosser. He made 6 saves in the first half against 4 of the club teammates. Looks on how they would have liked to celebrate a win here. Would have put France potentially on track for a treble achieved by their men's team twice of Euro, World and Olympic titles, but instead Norway have deservedly taken this final. Celebrations will go on for a long time. We'll let you enjoy the scenes. Coming up next in a short while, it will be the closing ceremony and the medal presentations.
I know, that's right.
Well, here are the statistics then. 40% success rate on the attacks for France. It just crashed in the second half. 50% on their shooting. Norway, 64%, but couple that with 3 fast breaks. France did get 4, but in the end, the 19 turnovers proved telling as well. Although Norway had 13. They had no answers in attack. 6 goals only in the second half. So for France, Pinot with 4 penalties, Faupas, 3 from open play, the top scorers for the French. But for Norway, Reistad, Imperial in this second half in particular with 6 goals. Øftedal and Merck with 5, and Brotset Dali also on the line with 5, as Norway beat France 29-22.
the 25th IHF Women's Handball World Championship. Today we enjoy the spectacle of handball at its best. But before that, let's give a big applause to the group Bricadeira, who will present us their show Perculai.
So the closing performance about to get underway, together with the medal presentations here in the Palau de Sport de Granollers. First up, Batucada, drum ensemble. So that was Batucada to get the closing performance underway.
The author of the official song, Lala Goal of the 25th IHF Women's Handball World Championship, Carlos Baute.
Carlos Baute cantándole a todo el mundo. Te creíste el cuento que anoche van 50 veces que tú no crees. Adiós, goodbye, me fui.
¡Ay, mi Lola!
Buenas noches, familia.
So joined briefly by
Qué
the
gusto y qué placer
mascot,
haber
Lola.
conocido de cerca este deporte. Lo había visto muchas veces en televisión, pero no había estado en juegos, viéndolos, disfrutándolos. Y para poder componer esta canción que se llama La Lagol, tuve que conocer a las guerreras. Estoy orgullosísimo de las guerreras, orgulloso de todas las mujeres que esta noche han estado, tanto aquí como en Torrevieja, dándolo todo en la cancha. Enhorabuena, chicas, deporte espectacular. Así que todas las que nos están viendo, síganlo y practíquenlo porque es espectacular. Y luego, gracias a la Real Federación Española por creer en mí, por creer en mis composiciones y por eso esta energía que tiene esta canción de Lala Gol, que la voy a compartir junto a Vertical, que van a estar conmigo esta noche. Lala Gol para todos y todas.
Another rendition this time, joined by Batucada. Vertical, the drummers.
Gracias familia, por Carlos Baute, ese fortísimo aplauso.
Carlos Baute, joined by Batucada there for the official song of the World Championships. Lala goal.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the closing ceremony of the 25th IHF Women's World Championship. It's time to receive the three best teams of the world that have shown during these past weeks their excellent skills at Castelló, Iria, Torrevieja and Granollers. Please welcome to the court the officials for this medal ceremony. President of the International Handball Federation,
Great
Dr.
shots here
Hassan Mustafa.
from the earlier celebrations, and now Norway, who had the world title to the European title.
Minister of the Culture and Sports of Spain government, Mr. Mikel Iceta. Treasurer of the International Handball Federation.
So this is the presentation party for the medals. The Minister of Sport with the glasses there, standing alongside Dr. Hassan Mustafa, the President of the International Handball Federation.
Presidency Generalitat de Catalunya, Miss Laura Vilagrà. So now let's give the biggest applause for the medalists of the 25th IHF Women's World Championship. Teams of Norway, France.
So the three medalists return to court, and France come back. Seems to be a little bit of a shine in the eyes. Applause for the spectators who've been superb at each end of the court and up in the stands. A few smiles even from the players. Let's not forget, they still have the silver medal to add to an Olympic gold and a European silver. It is a big achievement. Now here come the new world champions, 2 years after the Netherlands won a thrilling final in Japan, beating Spain, host of this World Championship, by a single goal in the last second of the match. Norway made absolutely sure of it with a commanding second half performance. France just had no solutions with the attack, and it all fell apart very quickly. They've had a habit of having one-off match. Unfortunately for them, it came in the final after 25 very good minutes. And the bronze medalists, Denmark, come to the court. Denmark, who earlier today beat Spain 35-28 to get their first World Championship medal in 8 years. So here they are, the three medalists.
The president of the International Handball Federation, Dr. Hassan Mustafa, who will make his closing official speech.
So here comes Dr. Hassan Mustafa, president of the International Handball Federation, for the closing speech.
Buenas noches, señores y señoras. Buenas noches, Garaloniers. I declare the 25th IHF Women's World Championship is and then we confirmed that Norway is world champion.
That brings a big cheer from the fans.
And Denmark second place.
Oh, third. Well, they're happy with the promotion.
And France, the third place. Congratulations for the teams, and very good luck for the rest of the teams next World Championship. Second, Denmark. I'm not understanding. Okay. In the name of International Handball Federation and all delegations, I want to give my gratitude to all of you. Special thanks for the government of Spain that you already gave a chance to organize this World Championship in this very hard time for all of us. Very difficult time and very hard time for all of us. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Minister.
Thanks to the
and please,
Sports Minister.
Please, Mr. Minister, give us our gratitude to government, the Prime Minister and all the ministers that already accepted to organize this World Championship, and also with the spectators. Thank you. Thank you for all of you. I want to offer also to give my gratitude to the cities that already organized this World Championship, Castella and Garaloniers, Yerla, and Trubach. Thank you so much. Thank you for the mayors that are already helping us to organize this World Championship. I want to give also my gratitude to the President of National Olympic Committee, our friend Mr. Blanco, and also President of the Royal Spanish Handball Federation, Mr. Baku. Thank you so much for all of you. I don't like to forget the people that are already around this World Championship, the volunteers. Thank you for the volunteers. You already did a very good job. Thank you so much.
A big cheer for the volunteers. Quite rightly, they've done a superb job, and there's some of them. Well done.
And I wanted to confirm it that this World Championship, it was one from the best World Championship from the performance of the players and also the referees. Thank you for all of you. Thank you that everyone already supported this World Championship. Thank you so much. Muchas gracias, Señor, por todo. Thank you so much for all of you. I hope for all of you very nice flight back to your country. Please stay safe and healthy. Thank you so much, and thank you for everyone who gave us this support. Thank you.
So thanks all round. 4 venues used for the 108 games of these World Championships in Torrevieja, where it all started, Castellón, Llíria and Granollers, all down the eastern seaboard of Spain. So now it will be time for the presentation of the medals.
To give the medals of the third-ranked team of this World Championship. Third place and the bronze medalist is the team of Denmark.
So the bronze medalist Denmark step onto the podium.
Medals will be presented by
Well done on them. Won all their matches, coming through to the semi-finals, only to slip up by a single goal to France in the semi-final after having led for so much of the game. But they picked themselves up well today. Presentation being made to the bronze medalists by Anna Rapp, the treasurer of the International Handball Federation. By Alejandro Blanco, the Olympic Committee. So for Denmark, they'd looked so strong for so much of the competition. They genuinely looked like good contenders to make it through to the final. But France, it took them a long time, but eventually managed to break down the Danish attack, and in a low-scoring game won it. But they had by then racked up games, or wins, I should say, in Granollers against Tunisia, Congo, South Korea, and then in the main round against Hungary, the Czech Republic and Germany, before beating Brazil in the quarter-final. Hosted, who did such a huge job in defence. And their goalkeeper, Althea Reinhardt, best goalkeeper in the competition, ends with a 51% save rate. Absolutely superb. Jesper Jensen, the coach, who since taking over has got Denmark into 2 semi-finals. Unfortunately, they lost at home a year ago in the Euro in the semi-final, only to lose to Croatia in the bronze medal playoff. But this time, with that still in mind and not wanting to go through that agony again, they were well in front against Spain and mastered the game very well. So Denmark, bronze medalists.
So now it's time to present the second classified team. Second place and the silver medalist is the team of France.
So for the silver medal, France.
Medals will be presented by Mr. Joël Deplanque, Vice President of International Handball Federation, and
Zadi, little smile at the end, still celebrating. And the fans, the French fans, who were superb, go into full chant again. Les Bleus, they did very well, France. It just wasn't their day in the final. Came a little unstuck. Presentation being made by Joël Deplanque, the first vice president of the International Handball Federation, as happens also until last year, president of the French Handball Federation there, and nearer us, Francisco Blasquez, president of the Royal Spanish Handball Federation. And Cléopâtre Darleux. Nokandi, who got stronger as the tournament went on, but even she today couldn't find solutions against an excellent Norwegian defense, and goalkeeper Silje Solberg gave a lot of problems for 3 of the French players. Of course, it's their first medal ever with France, with the senior squad. Some arriving with just 2 or 3 internationals. Laura Flip, Horacek, who'd been out of the team for 5 years. Fulpa, just 20 years of age. What a career she has in front of her, the line player. And Glosser, who was consoled by Øftedal at the end. They won 8 matches, their best starting run in a World Championship ever. With notable wins in a tough grouping. They only met 1 non-European team at the start, African champions Angola, who were always difficult. But they pushed aside Slovenia, Montenegro, Poland, Serbia, the Russians in a commanding performance, and then Sweden, when they found solutions to turn things around when they were behind. And then finally Denmark in the semi-final. So silver medal, France.
Now, please, let's give an even bigger applause to the first place gold medalist and the world champion, the team of Norway.
So Norway, the new world champions.
Will be presented by Dr. Hassan Mustafa, president of the
Their 4th title. They joined the Russians with that record haul, but they have actually won more medals than the Russians now. An incredible performance from the European champions. 16-10 down with about 5 minutes of the first half remaining. They scored a 6-0 turnaround either side of the break to get themselves level. France held on briefly, but in the end let go as Norway scored 3-goal, 4-goal runs and just extended the lead and restricted France to just 6 goals in the second half. 18 players already out of the Norwegian squad that travelled here to Spain, had already won a major championship with the team. And two of them are now triple Olympic champions. Herrem and Öftedal, the captain. There is Solberg, who played a superb performance. Moa Hørdal got limited number of hours on court. And Katrine Lunde, record holder of appearances for Norway with 323 caps for her country, but was not around for the 2015 win, won it in 2011 only. Seem to be making a bit of a habit of these medals, Norway. Thorhild Hergersson found the solution today. Half-time break did them the power of good, while for France it was the opposite. Frustration for Krumholtz in the second half, with some of his misfiring players at the back. Thorhild Hergersson, the most successful coaches of all time. Icelander in charge of the Norwegian team since 2009, when he took over from Marit Breivik, whose assistant he'd been for many years. In fact, the presentation party now joined by the Spanish sports minister. Would appear Mikel Iceta. So, Norway world champions for the fourth time.
And now, a representative of the volunteers team will proceed to give the trophy to Dr. Hassan Mustafa, so he can give it to the captain of Stein Oftedal.
So the sports minister, Mikel Iceta, steps away, and now the trophy is brought to Dr. Hassan Mustafa.
But also to the world team of the volunteers.
He will make the presentation. He goes looking for the captain, and he's found her at the end. Öftedal, now a triple world champion, together with Herrem right next to her. How appropriate. And there they are, the new world champions. And Norway disappear in a sea of gold. What a commanding second half performance from them. Huge congratulations.
Norway is the champion of the world and raises the World Cup to the sky. Please stand up for the national anthem of the world champion national team of Norway.
Älskar dig och
Huge cheer around the arena. Just 1 point dropped. The first time it's been won with an undefeated run for them. So it is now time for the handover of the IHF flag from the current host to the host
Norway
of the next Women's World Championship.
Please give a big applause to Mr. Francisco Blázquez, President of the Royal Spanish Handball, Dr. Hassan Mustafa, President of the International Handball Federation and representative of the organizing committee of the next World Championship, Mr. Anker Nielsen, Mr. Keir Geir, and Miss Lena Rösromer.
So the flag will be handed over.
The president of the Royal Spanish Handball Federation is joining at the awarding.
Spain having hosted it and done an excellent job. Mayor is there as well, and now with the flag is the president of the Royal Spanish Handball Federation, Francisco Blázquez, who hands the flag back to Dr. Hassan Mustafa. And it will be handed over to the three representatives, because the next World Championship in 2 years' time will be jointly hosted by Denmark, Norway and Sweden. We'll all get hands on the flag. Never makes it easy when there's three of you. So, two of the medalists here, Denmark and Norway, will host it. The third team, Sweden, who reached the quarterfinals with an excellent performance. So that is it. We have our new world champions, record fourth-time holders of the title, Norway, with a win over France in the final. And it is time now for the mementos of this historic moment. And cheers all round. Well, congratulations to Norway. We will leave you with the scenes of celebration here. Thank you so much for watching with us. We hope you've enjoyed the championship over the last 2.5 weeks. And we look forward to seeing you again in the future.
No marcheu, por favor, todos los voluntarios, no marchéis. En unos minutos bajaremos a pista y haremos una fotografía de recuerdo con el World Champion. Atenció, tots els voluntaris, en qüestió d'uns minuts us demanarem que vingueu a pista per poder fer una fotografia de record amb el World Champion. Atenció al voluntariat, aneu baixant sense accedir a pista, sisplau. Id bajando pero sin entrar a pista, por favor.
Sobretot hem imaginat un futur millor possible. Gràcies
var jo med.
Jeg var med.
Ja.
Ja.
Stemmer det. Herregud, det er så lenge siden.
Jeg vil være gammel.
Jeg fikk et rett i munnen når det kom. Jeg bare,
Det var faktisk skikkelig gøy at det kom så mye gull.
Ja, jeg vet det var masse.
Det var kjempegøy.
Fy fader.
Ai. Det er liksom sånn, nå er man liksom nesten litt tom. Nå er man bare ferdig.
Nå er man ferdig, ja.
Sånn, litt sånn endelig ferdig, og litt sånn shit, så deilig.
Ja, jeg vet det.
Begge deler.
Det var liksom bare lugnt og fint.
Ja.
Kjip følelse på det. Halla! Velkommen!
Sorry.
What is this, Andrew? What is this? Kan jeg bare si at ja, du kan se det også.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the press conference for this final match on the 25th IHF Women's Handball World Championship between the national teams of France and Norway, with final score 22-29. With us, on the left side of the podium, members of the national team of France, Mr. Olivier Krumbold as head coach, and the players Miss Alison Pinot and Miss Estelle Seminko. On the other side, head coach of Norway, Mr. Thori. And with him, the players Miss Vilde Hinstad and Miss Camilla Herrer. First of all, Mr. Olivier Krumbold. After a really good job on the first half, what happened to your team in the second one?
We was very bad for the second half, and we lost a lot of ball. I think that we was tired, and but the biggest problem is not the second half, it's the end of the first half, because we have very good ball and we lost some ball, but Norway was much better this day, there is no problem, and congratulations, of course. It was amazing in the second half. They have more precision for shooting, for shoot, for pass. They had more power. But I'm very proud, I'm very happy for the way. We was in group very difficult. We played all the time against very good team, and the first game, it was 8 victory, and I'm happy.
Thank you, coach. Now, Ms. Estelle Seminko, what are your feelings right now?
Well, I don't know. First, I just want to congratulate Norway. It's always such good games between us. I feel like they were 2 games in one today. In first half, where we are in control and everything goes well for us, and in the second half, like Olivier just said, they were just so much better than us, and we know that we cannot expect to win against such a good team with that type of second half. So my feelings are mixed right now. I'm very proud of what we achieved in this competition. It was hard all the way, and I'm just proud of my team. I think that in sport you cannot be unhappy about a medal. So even though, of course, we were hoping for a different color, I'm still grateful that I'm a silver medalist today.
Thank you, Estelle. Now, Ms. Alison Pinot, your impressions about this match?
Sorry, I didn't hear.
What are your impressions about this match?
First of all, congratulations to Norway for the victory. Well, I mean, Olivier and Estelle has said already everything. I think when Norway came back in the game in the second half, it was very early, and then I mean, they played such a great handball. We were impacted, I think, that they came back so fast and then took the lead. Of course, it was really hard because we couldn't find a solution. Then Silja Solberg started to save so many balls. We scored just 6 goals in the second half. That's not enough if you wish for a gold medal. So, of course, my feelings are mixed right now. Also, I feel a little bit frustrated because of the first half, but we had also the ball to go maybe for a save in front with 7 goals, and then Silja saved the ball, and they scored two last goals in the first half, so it's not the same. I think if you come back in the locker room with 6 goals instead of 4, but I don't have any regrets because we tried everything, we gave our best, and we fought until the end. So of course I'm very proud about what we achieved through these competitions after many players retired, some newcomers. So of course right now it's hard to enjoy this medal, but I know after some days I will be really grateful because you never know when you will get a new one. So it's always an opportunity, and I'm glad.
Thank you, Alison. Mr. Thoris Hergersson, congratulations for the victory, for the title. What happened in the halftime? What was your message to your team in this halftime to overcome France in such a way?
First of all, thanks to France, our good friends and concurrents for the fight. They were better in first half. They played very well. We were not so accurate, so precise in the first half and the last part of first half in our attack. We did a lot of mistake, and we had problems with them in their counter-attack and early in the attacks. So they made this goal different. But in the end of the first half, we got some goals which were very important mentally for us. And in halftime, the girls always have some time alone before the coaches come in. And when we came in, it was calm, and we talked a little bit about this simple thing that you can't score more than 1 goal in each attack. It was a little bit different in the first half. We tried to score 2. And we changed goalkeeper. Silja Solberg is very crucial in this second half. Together with the defense and our counter-attack, our second wave with Henny Ræstad, it was very, very important to change the game. So I'm proud of the girls. They have done a very, very deeping through the tournament, and we are very happy.
Thank you so much, Coach. Miss Camilla Herrem. Now, Norway is the new world champions, the 4th time in history. How do you feel right now?
I feel over the moon. It was, like the French said, there's 2 different halves. The first half we're losing too many balls, and they're scoring so many goals on us on fast break and everywhere. And then in the second half, we are much more calmer. We are aggressive in defense, and of course, Silja Solberg, she's playing a game of her lifetime, and it saves us. Without her, I think it would be a struggle. So I think defense and our goalkeeper, and then as Tore said, the fast break also. So we talked about this before the game. We needed to run, and in the second half we run much more than in the first. But I think that Silja is the match winner today. She's amazing in the goal.
Thank you, Camila. Congratulations. And Miss Vilde Instant, congratulations for the victory. What are your impressions about this match?
Oh, it's not something new to say. Everything has been said. We are just really happy, and it was a really good team spirit today. I think everyone everyone, yes, that's what he said, dig deep and we do it together. Yeah.
Thank you, Ville. Questions?
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For all.
Thank you. Yeah, same. Thank you.
No.